now because I was told by my brother that the type of woman I wanted was the Ace of Spades. I've had the idea for quite some time that the Ace of Spades is a left eye dominant person that does not wear glasses at all. My assumptions are true finally today. I met somebody that has the spiritual energy of Minnie Mouse, which is probably why her favorite colors are black and red. But the peace that I feel when I'm around her is just fucking, the spiritual peace is just, it can't be described in words. And this isn't like I have a crush on her or anything like that. Like, I could fall in love with her. I could fall in love with a lot of different people if I wanted to. But I don't fall in love with people or get feelings on that level unless I know they have the same feelings for me, because that's how I prevent myself from being hurt. As much as I would like things to happen, or, you know, catch myself, you know, hoping for it, it doesn't turn into some weird obsession, because I'm old enough to understand how not to do that. So I have to try not to talk about what I feel, and just don't talk about my emotions. Like, it ain't gonna get me anywhere. So I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't know. This probably all happened because I had the idea that my left eye is a rose, because your heart's to the left of the center of your chest, closer to your left eye. So it's like the rose that grew from concrete. The concrete would be the air. Smoking is a more harder spiritual concrete than air, because it's more tangible. But fuck, like, yeah, I want the Ace of Spades. I want Minnie Mouse. Like, I don't know if I'll ever find her, or who she is, where she is, or any of that. But this is so far what I have, and this might be backwards. You may not be able to see it. You can't because of the camera. But I am drawing what all humans' consciousness looks like, which pretty much is my left eye is a rose. So I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to finish my drawing. But remember, this is all humans' consciousness. I saw a video by some credible psychologist doctor that said that our subconsciousness is like a picture of a yellow circle with a red slit in the middle. So I'm doing the opposite. Like, yeah, I could melt out in my subconsciousness and be a mustard head all day long. But like, what about consciousness? Because consciousness is how people gain relationships and respect and have responsibility and reliability within their relationships. So I finally figured that out. Like, I'm a master of the consciousness. I'm not very good at being socially inside my consciousness, because I'm so used to thinking subconsciously and talking about my subconsciousness or what I think your subconsciousness is saying. But I'm able to focus on it more because I could care less about my subconsciousness, because consciousness is what makes us human. Like, I know a lot of Minnie Mouses. There's a lady named Mandy that's a Minnie Mouse. There's Kelly's a Minnie Mouse. One more. I think there's one more. Oh, my community support worker is a Minnie Mouse. But like they're used to walking in the dark. They don't care. I used to be right left eye dominant with no glasses, but I put a black cat in a Roman candle and it didn't go off, so I stuck my face down there and it blew up in my left eye. And wearing the eye patch over my left eye changed my eye dominance to my right. So I don't know too much about being yellow mommy, but my feet smell like mustard, but that doesn't pertain to my consciousness because even though I'm red eye dominant and I should like live in a mustard bubble, the mustard bubble like comes from my feet and it doesn't really come up into my vision field because just I can feet smell like mustard type of thing. But there are those that have never seen left eye dominance, so they're prone to be more mustard faces, which is cool. It's like black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. But me having like I technically have two left eyes. If you want to get technical about my consciousness and subconsciousness, my way that may be why people think I'm weird or creepy or something, but I'm really not. I used to be left eye dominant, man. Like that's where my consciousness and subconsciousness was on the left side. I am left brained as well, but now I'm right eye dominant. So it's been a hell of a ride going throughout my life trying to get back to the roots of my consciousness. But it took me 27 years. I was 7 when I lost my rose, so I found my rose yesterday. You know, my left eye's a rose. Whatever. I kind of said a little bit too many weird things, but my bad. I didn't mean to say weird things so much, but hey, I got 4 books written. I got some YouTube videos. I got a website. Almost done with my associate's degree. I've got, I don't know how many theories in psychology that aren't true today that will be when I'm done. All the stuff I say will be true one day. The world's just not ready for it. I just can't help it that I'm the only human on Earth worried about what our consciousness is going to be like when we're traveling in outer space at light speed, living on other planets. Like, it is a thing, you have to admit, like, if we don't get to outer space, the planet's going to die. One day, we're all going to be extinct if we don't hurry up and figure out a way to live on other planets. And the main reason we can't is because everybody charges so much fucking money to build the stuff that we need to build. So, like, stop being greedy so we can live on this planet for longer. But they won't. Greed will destroy us, and I don't have to see it, most likely. we say that it costs millions of dollars to build a mansion, when in reality, there are people out there that could do it for less money, but they choose not to because they're greedy. It's not my problem. Most likely what I'll do if I'm ever rich is I'll take what I think is a fair amount of share for money, and I'll give the rest away to people I don't know. So I'm pretty sure $100,000 a year is a fair income. I might go as far as 200,000. That's a fair income. The rest of my money, I don't need. Like, I don't need a big ass house. I don't need a brand new car every year. Like, anything over 200 grand, most likely, I'm just going to give away. I might pick some strange random number like 2,200 or 222,222, because that's where I seem to be stuck because of people's misconceptions about my personality. And there's nothing I can do about it, but hope they grow up one day. And I might be talking up my ass. I don't know. Or you can't see it, but it's in pencil right now. Son of a bitch. I knew I should have taken Minnie's pencil. You know, I may say weird things, but so does the radio you listen to, and so does the television you listen to, and so do your kids. So, like, everybody's weird. A lot of people just hide it because they don't want to try to understand how weird they are. But don't listen to weird music and then turn around and tell me I can't say weird shit if it pertains to the situation. Now, I shouldn't run around randomly saying weird shit. That's just not right. I still don't know what I want to do with this. I know when I get done, I'm going to think of something else I should have put on and it's going to be done. So, I think I figured it out, though. I know you can kind of see it. Sorry. Like, I'll try turning on a different light. Maybe you can if I do that. I doubt it. It's probably going to make it worse in here. That didn't help at all. So, my bad. You're going to have to wait till I start outlining. But I got to get the pencil. So I got to get the pencil done first because I can be erased. Pretty much this is a drawing of what it looks like from behind my eyes if I were left eye dominant, which technically I am, but I'm not. So it's going to look, this is going to be what people feel for me, that they don't know what it is. So hopefully people stop treating me like I'm creepy. I just happen to change eye dominance in my life, and that was weird because I was used to having a rose in my mouth, but yeah, then I switched to Idominus. And this is going to be a picture drawn without my feet in there because my feet give off a mustard smell for spiritual energy, which is positivity and feeling happy. But we're not worried about my feet. We're worried about just my brain and my vision field and my perception. I kind of wish I would go blind in my right eye so I can go back home to my left eye, but I don't have the balls to try to poke my right eyeball out again. It didn't work the first time. It's kind of hard to draw with my hands all fucked up from being started on fire. Sometimes I don't know why I text certain things to people, but it doesn't get me in trouble. And if it does, I don't fucking care. God damn it. I don't want you to do anything with my phone. Fucking idiots. Okay. Back to what I was doing. Putting too much. I don't like doing detailed drawings, but for the sake of consciousness, I will. Should get a ruler out to do this, but I ain't gonna. God, this is gonna take forever. It's fucking warm in here. I got a space heater next to me. Remember, when you're drawing art, don't try to put too much into it, because you'll mess it up. Keep the idea simple. This is a little more complicated since it's consciousness that I'm drawing, but that's fine. I'm a pro at drawing, so but to start out with, keep it simple and then work up to detail. I haven't done a detailed drawing for ages. I'm not even sure what the next step is. I just know what I'm doing now. And that's just what's going on. But I will have been the first man on planet Earth to draw consciousness. And that should mean something. There was a man that drew subconsciousness, which was simple. Yellow circle with red slit in the middle, which could represent your period. So that's why women hold subconsciousness in there. Like, women hold the sexual energy of the planet, like, because of the subconsciousness. That's why they are able to do and get what they want, because they're women. So be thankful you're a woman, especially if you're an attractive woman. Now that message is not getting looked at tonight because I don't want to know what it said. Because it probably won't be something that I wanted it to be. So I don't look. And that'll make her think, why is he not looking at my shit? And she might respond with something better, because she might feel guilty for what she said. So That's how you play text messaging games. Because text messaging it's a game. Do I have a ruler? If I do, it's in here. Well, apparently I don't have my text message. Apparently I don't have my text message. Like I'm really sorry you can't see this. I don't know what I can do so you can watch me. I'll try to make it work. Maybe if I put my light on here, it'll run. It'll work. I don't know. I suggest if you're single, you get an orange light. That will create a comfort zone with colors in your house. And you'll feel a little better because of the color orange. Like, try to buy more bright, colorful stuff instead of dull, dark colors. That might help out. Still doesn't work. Sorry, I don't know what to do. Kind of rude. I don't know how long I'll be drawing this, but you're just gonna have to listen to me talk. I can't seem to make it visible. I mean, it's got a lot of detail, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna worry about it. What? I'm not looking at the text message. I don't care. Probably something I don't want to hear. That's how guys play text messaging games. Like, I don't want to hear what she's going to say. I know it's not going to be what I want. So that's why I keep my mouth shut. Or I keep my eyes closed to the situation. Beyond popular belief, blood is more maroon if it's inside of your body. It just gets brighter when it comes out. Dried blood is pretty much the color of blood. So you know, it's not blue. People are fucking stupid. It looks blue because of the reflection of light off your skin. I don't know how I want to do this. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it and do it this way.
Like usually when I draw a non-detailed picture, I don't use, or I can use markers and not worry about messing up. But with this, it's impossible to do it without pencil first. So I have to really literally go over it twice to get it done. And then I got to color it in. So I might not get done today. I got nothing to do tomorrow, so I'm staying up and maybe I will get it done. This is pretty much, this last part's the most detailed part, and then I got one more part to put on it. I don't know, maybe I can get you to see it if I put it up closer. Like, that's what it is. The circles are my eyes from what I see behind my eyes. There's a heart with a rose growing out of it above my left eye, and then there's veins coming out of the heart, and some of them connect with the rose stems. And they don't go too far because they stay on the left side really. A little bit of smells going over to the right side, but not much. And then I got a brick wall on the left side only. And then what I'll do is I'll put stars over here, and then everything is going to be black, red, and green in this picture, except for the eyes are going to be, I don't know, probably black, like outlined with black and red somehow. I might put check, I don't know. I'll do something. I just need to be able to make the eyes noticeable so that you know that it's a perception picture, which I don't know if perception pictures are a thing, but they are now, if not. I really hope I got a good message in that text message, but probably not what I want to hear. So I'm not going to say nothing. Probably shouldn't have said anything, but I thought I was being clever. So I like to push the envelope on these issues. I usually lose anyways, but one of these times I won't. Everything will work out perfect. One day. Oh, that's what I should have done. But I don't know. I can still erase.
This is where I need a ruler. Or a straight edge so I know where I'm going. It actually worked out really good in the spot that I needed it. Well, it didn't end up perfect, but it was better than it could have been. Fuck, we don't want this to get dirty. When drawing brick, work like 2 bricks at a time and go down. I just found out it'll come out easier that way. That way everything's in a line and it's not broken of some sort. Because I already don't know how this is going to line up with my last line. So we'll see. How that works out. Almost there to see. Find out soon. Just to make like the first row first. I didn't do it that way. I started and just made a line across. It's best to make a line across and then make it all the way down and then build the rest in. That's just off the top of my head from what I'm doing. I actually worked it out that way so I didn't mess up. But I don't know if it's going to line up with the line that I made for the end of it. And you'd be able to understand more if you could see what I was doing. But you can't. I don't think. It's too blurry. From my perception, it's too blurry. You can't even see the brick, really. But maybe it looks better for you. See, it didn't work out. It's too off. I'm gonna have, and I'm not gonna change it. I'm gonna leave it. It can be off. I don't care if it's off. Art does not have to be perfect. It works good enough for what I need. I'm only about maybe an 1/8 inch difference from size as I go down. But stay close to the edge of the last brick so that they all line up vertically. Which so far it's working out for what I need. Because I stay doing a couple bricks at a time and then I move down. And after you get the first row, like the first row and the first column done, you can pretty much do it however you want. But I don't like to get behind. So I kind of fill in the column as I do the row. The column is going to be what's going up and down. And the row is going to go side to side. But I think I did mess up, and it might not show until I get to the end. of my wall here. But we will find out. And I won't be really hurt over the issue if it is messed up. But like I said, this is actually the second time I did a brick wall, but the first time I was 14. So that was quite a long time ago. And then I don't have the picture anymore, but I painted it and I put green vines on a brick wall. And accidentally, you could see the word bitch written in green vine. I have no idea where the picture is. My ex-wife probably had it. Might have thrown it away, I would assume. She has nothing of mine. I have nothing of hers, except for her kids. That's all I have of hers, which I don't really have them, but... So I have nothing left of hers. I don't need them. Didn't need anything of hers. I think the last thing I threw away of hers was a pillow that I stole from her. I used to have a blanket, but I lost that. I don't know where that went. So I'm starting to think, I'm trying to think if I do have anything left over from the marriage. I don't fucking think there is. Not a goddamn memory of her. I have memories of my other girlfriends, but they didn't treat me like shit and like I was crazy. So they just didn't like me, so they broke up with me. Takes time to know somebody. All right, now that part's done. It looks fairly decent. It's actually going to go. I don't know how I want to do this because, yeah, the brick wall's not in my right eyeball. Like there's no brick wall in my right eye. It's like all cotton, which is why you should take the cotton out of your ears and stick it in your mouth. So I do the brick to there, up to there. I'll stop, and then that's just gonna be that. Seems to be what I'm gonna do. I don't know. See, now I'm doing one row at a time. I got my basis part done, and I'm just going to move up, follow my lines. Because it's easier now. That's a long brick. I don't know why that one's so long. All right, whatever. Wait. Oh, it's not. Okay. My brain was fucking with me. Cases like this, I wish I was left-handed because I have to draw up now so I can see where I'm ending. So that I don't go out of line. I don't know if there's an art teacher that said you couldn't turn your paper, but that'd be fucking rude. Like, I'm an artist. Don't tell me that I can't do that. So left-handed people have it easier when they draw because they follow their lines instead of me having to go over mine. I may be able to see my words as I write them, but when drawing, I can't see what's on top of my hand. I don't know. Pain in my ass. I used to be left-handed until I broke my thumb, and then I couldn't bend the knuckle anymore, so I had to be right-handed.
that's actually how I'm going to do this brick wall now that I got the bases done. I'm just going to draw my line across and then draw the sides of my bricks in. It's much easier that way. Draw a line and then draw the horizontal line and then the vertical line. It'll go much faster. And I could, if I wanted to, draw all the lines horizontally first, and then try to put the horizontal lines or the vertical lines in, but I'll miss a line if I don't draw one row at a time. So you do it however you want. I'm still scared to look at my text message that I got. I mean, I have to eventually, but she doesn't look at my text messages for days. So you know what? I'm going to dwell on the moment. I used to just always want to look right away, but now I don't fucking want to because I don't expect it to be something good. Well, it might not be something I want to hear. It might not be negative. It just, well, if I don't want to hear it, it's negative, period, whether you think it is or not, but, or whether she thinks it is or not, but. Any text message you don't want to really read as a negative text message. So I don't know if if there's negative energy in my phone right now that's unread, and I don't want to find out. Really, really, really don't. Best not to wear clothing when you're drawing because it gets caught. I guess I already did it that way, so I have to continue. But I had an idea to make it look more mosaic. I've never really been into mosaics, but I know a lady that is. Kind of cute. I don't know. She does clip art too. Likes to cut out of magazines and change a board in her kitchen. That's funny. Almost messed up. You got to be careful when you're doing this. Like, don't draw your pencil line very dark when you start. Because you got to go over it with marker, unless you're just shading. But I don't like shading drawing. Do I look like Slim Shady to you? My left eye's a rose. What the fuck that guy was talking about? Everybody's left eye is a rose. I fucked up a lot of people, made a lot of people look creepy. Like, bitch, you're creepy for even thinking of that. And then he had the audacity to fucking come up with this saying, I can't see unless I have a mirror. Like, bitch, I've been telling people I can't see my ears and eyes for 8 years now. I just haven't been able to become famous from it. Because I forced myself to stay in Nebraska because of my children. Like, if I lived in Los Angeles, I'd be famous by now. I mean, I do artwork that's psychological. Fuck, I got 4 books. I got a website. I got YouTube videos. I've got theories in psychology. I can pretty much tell you anything psychological about any object on planet Earth and how it pertains to humans. And I could do anything. Like, I know more about psychology than everybody else on planet Earth because
I'm thinking about psychology after we start traveling at light speed, because it's going to change. Like our thought patterns are going to change when we're traveling at light speed. So like I'm the smartest man on the planet when it comes to psychology, because I'm worried about after this planet and after we live on other planets. And nobody else is. Everybody's worried about this planet and money and sex. So joke's on you. At least I'm original. And at least you can't tell me that you're going to think differently, or you're not going to think differently when you're living on another planet. You know you will, because it'll be a different planet, and you'll be like, oh, I'm going to go visit Earth today. So what's not true today? What I say is not true today, but it will be one day if we don't kill ourselves first. Or if the planet just decides to kill us, one of the two. Like the planet may just get tired of you guys using it the way you do. Like I read a meme about like, who did the government buy the planet from? Then why do we pay to live here? Like who gave them the power to tell us we have to pay to live on Earth? And why did you let them give you that power? Or why did you let them have that power? Like, that's the stupidest thing civilians have done. Oh, I gotta pay to live here. Like, fuck, whatever. Dogs don't pay to live on Earth. Dogs get along with dogs and other animals better than humans get along with humans. Humans are literally the worst species on this planet. We have no sense of morality towards other species. I mean, don't get me wrong, I eat meat and all that, but I've been used to eating meat. Like, if I ever have the money, I'll become vegan, because I'm pretty sure that cow was sad when you killed it. Or that cow's mother was sad when he lost his kid. Or, yeah, you know what I mean. I need to stop explaining myself, thinking that you didn't understand me, because although I've been prone to having to explain myself to people because people don't understand me, so I explain almost everything, and I get into story mode about repeating myself over and over and over and over again. And that plays into my brain damage that I have, that is in my Broca's area, that makes me, like, I don't know how I think I want to talk, so I repeat myself because I feel I didn't say it the right way, in the right word in order. So, like, and I came up with the semantical syntax of sentence structure in psychology. Like, the psychological semantics of syntax, sentence structure. Like, you don't even know what that means, and I'm not going to explain it, because you can rewind and write it down if you want. But it doesn't mean nothing, because it's not a thing, because I made it up. But it is a thing, and I can't explain it. Pretty much the order of the words that you use in what sentences, and how you put it together, and how it's thought of. Like, I can say that I'm going to the kitchen to get a cup how many different ways? I have no clue. A lot of different ways. How many different names are there for cups? I have no idea. That's one of the things that's wrong with humanity, is we make too many words that mean the same thing. Like, there are literally no rules in the English language when it comes to what order we put words in, because any words you put in any order, I can probably make it make sense to certain people if they're so inclined to listen to me and want to understand. But then you got people that just don't want to understand stuff that they hear that's not their beliefs, so they break it off as, oh, they're being weird. But no, everything that can be said on planet Earth, no matter what words you use in what order, can be made to make sense. You just have to be smart enough to think about a meaning. It may mean 3 different things to different people. Like, we don't know. What means one thing to me might mean something different to you, even though it was the same sentence. It just, behavior and things that have happened have made it look different to us. Our perception is different. But there's only so many different perceptions on planet Earth, and I'm trying to map out how many different perceptions there are, and I got a good list. It's fucking a long process. I would say there's probably hundreds of perceptions. I think the last time I tried, I came up with 189 different perceptions, but I think I was wrong. Because perception also has to do with eye color. So
But there may be different perceptions, but there's only one subconsciousness feeling and one consciousness feeling, and I'm not going to draw the consciousness feeling because it's already been, or the subconsciousness feeling because it's already been done, which I explained it to you, so that's you already know what that is. But the consciousness feeling I'm drawing right now, and that's what it is. It's a feeling. It's not actually it's not visible. It's just it's visible to the perceptionalist. It's in the eyes of the beholder, you know. Only you can see that. Well, that's not true because I can see other people's roses. I know if you got flowers in your hair. I'll tell you that right now. Like my dog does, but my cat doesn't. Because my dog is left eye dominant and my cat's right eye dominant. How do I know? Because I can see it by feeling it. I can see through feeling colors is what's going on. Might have been too thick of a brick. Oh well. Just gonna have to deal because I'm not erasing. My goal with art is not to erase. And the rest of this drawing shouldn't need to be erased. Just the first part was pretty tedious. How long do you think I can wait before I read that text message? You think I can go a week or the next? You think I can go until the next time she contacts me? I don't think I can, but I'm going to try. I'm going to wait until the next time she Facebooks me. I got her phone number too, and I Facebooked her that. That way it was saved. Text messages get deleted after you get so many in there, but not that it wouldn't stay there for months because I don't get that many text messages, but Facebook's forever. I gotta be careful when I color this, I really do. I wish I could take a picture and do it ink by numbers, then erase it on my phone if I mess up. Digital ink by numbers. Take a picture of your drawing and digitally paint it, so in case you mess up, You can erase. Almost like a digital colored fucking, what are those called? Etch-a-sketch. Probably don't know what that is. You're probably too young. Google it. Etch-a-sketch was the closest thing I had to a computer until I was like 12. Oh, a calculator, I guess, but you can't color on a calculator. You could just make the words boobless and hell. Or boob. I wonder if she's checking to see if I read it. Like, I can't be the only one that does that. Girls have to do that too. Why didn't you read my fucking message? I don't want to hear what you have to say because it's probably not going to line up with my social standing of what I wanted in a reply. So I'm going to fucking irritate you for as long as I can before I finally give in to your ways. Like, we used to do that with emotions, but now we do it with text messages. I'm afraid to see my electric bill next month. Honestly am. It's gonna be horrible. Fix that problem quick. My hand hurts and I want to quit and smoke a cigarette. Look at that text because I can't go fucking more today. It's a good message. I'll sleep well. But I don't know I don't know the degree of emotions that are going to be in that text message. I'm assuming it's going to be a negative emotional text. It's not going to be rude. It's going to be negative at its point. And I'm going to have been like, fuck, I wasted my time again. Yeah. But this will be the last time I do something like that if it doesn't work, so. Probably not, but as long as she talks to me, I have a chance. As long as she doesn't get knocked up, I have a chance. Or get married. Like, that should be a fucking social fucking, like, rule. Like, if someone has kids, like, you're not allowed to date them unless their spouse died. To have kids? Sorry. Move on. Seat's taken. I don't know why the government doesn't make that a law. Like, you can't get married. They have kids. Their wife's still alive. Like, sorry. Pick somebody that doesn't have kids. Bam. That's fucking tedious work. That's done. Now the rest of it is going to be tedious too because I don't have any stencils. I should probably buy some stencils so I don't fuck it up. So that's the end of it, I guess, because I don't have stencils and I am not about to try to draw stars freehand. I don't know, I might be able to make some stencils. I probably should just make them. I don't know, maybe that's not what I don't know. I don't know. I don't want my fucking feet in this picture. But the left side's done. It's just the right side of left eye dominance. Like, if I were looking behind to my left eye and left eye dominance while being left brain, and I closed my left eye, this is what I would see, knowing that I'd go back to being left eye dominant. So I don't know. It's got to be that. I got to do it that way. But, or I not. No, maybe I should just make the stars not perfect and make them all like wavy and shit. That might work. Yeah, I might have to do that. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna make wicked stars. What I call them. I'll smoke a cigarette first. God, I want to look at that text message. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't fucking doing it because I know, like 99% sure, it's not gonna be something I want to hear. In this case, I fucking know. Or it's gonna, yeah, just I was too detailed in my emotions. In a clever way. I mean, I was kind of just fucking with her because, like, I could care less if I don't date her ever. But I could date her too. Like, it'd be great, but I can live without her. That's probably what I'll say to her if it's a negative thing is chill out. You know I can live without you. This gives us time to this gives us time if we ignore text messages to find a response that's proper because it's easier to give a proper response when you're in person than you are if you're texting. Because your emotions are kind of blocked by the cell phone and media. Like when you're on social media and you're trying to talk through your phone, it blocks your emotions. That's why it's good to sit back and look at reality instead of having your face glued into a yellow mustard box. Because light is yellow. I don't care what you say. That cell phone light is yellow. Like the energy it gives off is yellow. It's not white. If light was white, the sun would be white, but the sun's yellow, so light is yellow.
Like that light bulb is yellow. It's not white because it'd be impossible for white to give us light. It may look real white, but it's got a tint of yellow in it. Sorry. Although, fucking shit, I'm glad I waited. Like, this isn't just stars over here on the right side of my fucking left eye dominance. This is fucking Wonderland, man. There's fucking mushrooms and talking flowers and... So I gotta draw some fucking mushrooms. I should probably draw a caterpillar on top smoking something. Fucking... But I don't know, fucking what... I need to think about it. I can't continue tonight. The left side's easy. Like, it's just fucking a rose that grew from concrete, man. Boom, that's the end of the story. But you get into the right side of your eye dominance, and it ends up in an imagination state. I'm not right brain dominance, but I can still think about imagination because I'm right eye dominant. So I'm logically in my left brain dominance, but since I'm right eye dominance, I work into a psychological level of explaining imagination. So come back for part 2 and learn more about how I explain imagination.